It's Tuesday. Tuesday is synonymous with tags on Booktube, and today I've got a rather special book tag for you, the Hercule Poirot Mystery Book Tag, which was created in September of 2021 by Alice of Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Sadly, a couple of weeks ago, Alice passed, and Elisabeth of Books thought we should revive her tag. And I've seen Melinda of A Web of Stories has done this, Steve Donahue has done this, and a number of other booktubers have done this, and I'll link to their videos in the show notes below. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. The first prompt. Hercule Poirot is a detective who is extremely proud of his achievements. In The Mystery of the Blue Train, he announced, "My name is Hercule Poirot, and I am probably the greatest detective in the world." If not Poirot, who is your favourite detective? And what book do you recommend featuring your favourite? My favourite detective is V.I. Warshawski, Sarah Paretsky's private investigator. Right from the first novel, which was Indemnity Only, Sarah Paretsky introduces us to Warshawski, a keen private investigator based in Chicago. Being a former public defender, Warshawski is no stranger to the darker side of the human psyche and nature, and she's not afraid to get her hands dirty in pursuit of the absolute truth. Warshawski navigates her pursuits with a quick wit, a sharp tongue, and a keen eye for details, navigating the seedy underbelly of the city and uncovering its dark secrets. V.I. Warshawski is not your typical detective that you have known from other authors. She's not a menacing loner with a chip on her shoulder, haunted by past traumas, or the cliche badass who can ground all opponents with ease, or like Hercule Poirot with his little grey cells that can figure everything out. She's a real, multifaceted character who is vulnerable and strong, blemished and admirable, relatable and aspirational. And she's a firm believer in justice. And if that means going up against the big boys, the big companies, or even the American government, she will do it. Hercule Poirot famously used his little grey cells to solve cases. Have you ever solved an Agatha Christie mystery? If yes, which one? If no, is there an author whose mysteries you have solved? As to Agatha Christie, she's always fooled me. I've never solved one of her mysteries. I may have solved some of her contemporaries like Ngaio Marsh or Dorothy L. Sayers, and sometimes on the TV detective shows I work out who the perp is before it's revealed, but Agatha Christie always fools me. The Mysterious Affair at Styles is the introduction to Hercule Poirot. Recommend the first book in a series where you met one of your favourite characters. Going back to Sarah Paretsky's V.I. Warshawski, we first meet her in Indemnity Only. Murder on the Orient Express. Agatha Christie wrote several Poirot books set on different types of transport. What's your favourite mystery set on a plane, a train, or a boat? This is on my TBR for this month, in memory of Alice. I haven't yet read it, but I did read Death on the Nile, which is set on a cruise ship. And yes, that would be my favourite mystery set on some transport, and it was solved, as always, by Hercule Poirot. The ABC Murders, featuring a killer working their way through an alphabet of victims, recommend a mystery involving a killer, a serial killer. I wouldn't so much recommend a mystery, but a book, a novel about a serial killer that really moved me was Perfume by Patrick Suskind. The story followed Jean-Baptiste Grenouille, an unloved orphan in 18th century France who was born in a fish market amidst the fish entrails, and he has an exceptional sense of smell, capable of distinguishing a wide variety of scents. He became a perfumer, but he was also a serial killer, and he had no scent himself. Dumb Witness. Bob the dog helps Poirot's investigation in this one. Can you recommend a book where an animal helps to solve the case? In the Chet and Bernie mysteries by Spencer Quinn, Chet the dog, the intelligent member of the duo, is the one who narrates the mysteries. Five Little Pigs, also adapted as the play Go Back for Murder, Poirot solves several cases in his time that have been closed for years. What's your favourite cold case, Poirot? If you don't have one, can you remember or recommend any other authors, detectives who have solved and passed a cold case? In the Blink of an Eye by Joe Callahan, DCS Cat Frank is a cop picked to lead a pilot program, and she is paired up with AIDE, an artificial intelligence detective entity, some AI called Locke, and they begin on some cold cases. But when two of these cold cases are linked by the AI because of various patterns within, they become active cases. And this was a book I gave 5 stars. Dead Man's Folly is famously set at Agatha Christie's own holiday home, Greenway. What is your favourite murder mystery setting? As a geographer, I like islands. Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None is set on an island off the Devon coast and is often listed as one of the best Agatha Christie books. I recently read The Guest List by Lucy Foley, which is set on an island off the Irish coast of a wedding between a TV survivalist and a magazine editor. For a long time in the book, we don't know who the victim is, let alone the perpetrator, but an island, a small island, is a perfect locked room mystery where there's a limited number of potential suspects. Do you have a favourite Poirot mystery? If not, tell us your favourite mystery that you read recently. For me, my favourite Poirot mystery would be Cards on the Table. We have Mr. Shaitana, who boasts to Hercule Poirot that he is a collector of murderers who've got away with murder. And he invites Poirot to a soiree where he's also invited 4 of these murderers, and there are 2 games of bridge taking place. On one table there are 4 sleuths, including Poirot and Colonel Race and a couple of others, and on the other there are 4 murderers. Mr. Shaitana goes between the tables and then relaxes on his armchair, but it's soon found out he's dead. He's been unalived. He has been murdered. And who has done it? This is my favourite Poirot mystery. How many Poirot books have you read? If you haven't read any or haven't read many yet, which one do you plan to read next? I've read 8 Hercule Poirot mysteries. Cards on the Table, Death on the Nile, The Big Four, Murder of Roger Ackroyd, The Labours of Hercules, Sad Cyprus, Dumb Witness and Problem at Sea, and the next one I intend to read is Murder on the Orient Express. I'm not tagging anyone specifically for this. If you would like to do this, consider yourself tagged. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help with the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.